I'm very proud of you guys. What you achieved, what you accomplished.
I am headed to Chicago now, going there for the weekend. Gonna see family, gonna see my very old grandparents who might not be around too much longer. So gotta make sure I see them, because right now I'm living in Los Angeles and I gotta make time to see the family. So we are off to the airport. Just got off the plane and I'm headed to my parents' place to see them, see my brother, and then tomorrow up early to see the grandparents. So.
It's so hard for me to sit and get up and sit.
So when you think about the Fisher family, what do you think about at this time in your life?
That's the word I'm trying to think of. That's my wife.
Does it make, how do you feel when you think about your mother and your father and your aunts and your uncles?
I feel very sad because they're gone. And death has got to be a terrible thing.
It's final.
The party's over.
Yeah, it is. It is.
And are there any friends that you have that are left from when you grew up?
Nobody.
No, the last friend was Danny, and Danny passed away.
Age comes pretty fast. See, you're a youngster now. All you want to do is get your practice going. You want to travel. You want to go to resorts. You want to see things. Now, I did a lot as a youngster. Well, I was always fortunate. I was always in business, and I always had money to take care of my family. I had a lot of good times with my kids. I took them to resorts. So everything worked out with my plans, everything. I really have no complaints. I have nothing to bitch about, nothing. Huh? Well, I've got beautiful grandchildren.
It was like last.
Pretty real from what he's doing, because he says stuff that people
See, when I think about these punks,
seeing those people, it's like worser.
My dad is
it gets to me.
He doesn't even know who's going to see it too.
Because you're my family. You're all I got.
there in a chair.
Carrie?
I hate to do this. I'm very proud of you guys. What you achieved, what you accomplished. It's a different world today.
Yes.
The movies are different, the actors are different. I read the People's Magazine. We get it all every week. And I don't know who they're talking about. I used to be a very avid reader. My eyes don't work anymore. I can see but I can't see print. The way I used to. I used to be every one of those books. You see the library I had? I read every one of them. So it's all over.
Our house was built like
there's a word I'm looking for when you get very.
I'll ask Carol.
But the well was not deep. Carol? So
Carol's Dad's trying to think of the word he gets when you get older and you cry a lot. He's trying to think of a word. It's not melancholy.
You mean that's my father and I've never met him?
Oh, what's the word? Well, anyway, that word, that's what's happening to me.
I'm at the airport right now, so apologize for it being a little bit loud, but I just came back from a pretty intense trip to Chicago. I'm going back to LA right now. This trip was something to think about and something I wanted to share with you. I just visited my grandparents who, I mean, it's amazing that they're still alive. You know, my grandpa's 87, my grandma's 83. They're not together anymore, but we're in the same place in Peoria, Illinois. We got the whole family together, and we're all hanging out and having a good time. And it's just, you know, interesting to see people age and get old. You know, when you used to know them when they were much more sharp with their mind and with their bodies, and now you're kind of seeing them in this old age, and they're sort of deteriorating. And I know that sounds so dark, but that's the only word I can really think of. And it's made me quite emotional, actually, just to see someone that you have known to get older, and it makes you really think about life a lot more. One thing that I've been thinking about regarding life is just how short it is, and how, you know, we only have so much time here to make the most of what we want out of this life. And I think that was something that I took away from this weekend that I really wanted to share with you, that is applicable to so many different situations, but especially applicable in your dating and love life, really, you know, whether it be in relationships or dating. I kind of want you to be thinking, you know, what if you only had 6 months to live? And that's the best way I can put this. What if you only had 6 months? Because I think that when you think about the mortality of your life, you start to make different decisions. But it's hard to think that way when you're younger, because you feel like, oh, I'm going to live forever. But let me tell you, at 32 years old, you start to see into the future a little bit more of like, whoa, there is an ending. And again, I'm not trying to get super dark here, but as you get older, you see what that is. And I'm seeing that now more when I visited my grandparents, who are, you know, at that age where they're just getting very old. So I ask you that question: what if you only had 6 months more to live? What would you do with your life? What would you do? What kind of decisions would you make? Would you maybe talk to that one girl that you wanted to talk to? Would you end up talking to more girls even though you're really scared? Would you maybe end a relationship that you're in? Would you maybe start a relationship? Would you make different decisions about where your life is going in your career? Would you want something more? What would you do if you had only 6 months left to live? And that's a mindset that I want you to take on as you go through your dating life. Every decision you make that decision under the idea of you only have 6 months left to live. I bet you're going to be making a lot better decisions for yourself. Maybe more logical decisions, more decisions that are going to help you for the future, because you're making decisions based on your future potentially ending. So think about it. What more do you want for your dating life? What more do you want? What is it? Why aren't you going after that now? I bet you probably the answer lies in fear. But if you had this concept of your life potentially ending in 6 months, you might make a better decision for yourself. All right, well, I got to board the plane now, so I'm off for now, and I'll be filming more videos in Los Angeles. But think about that concept. Write a comment down below, and tell me what you would do if you only had 6 more months to live.